Me and the boys was sitting around drinking, we was talking about things that we was thinking, when all of a sudden what comes out of Bill's mouth? Said I'm getting old and fat and slow, and I don't recover like I did before from nights of rabble, rousing and too much fun. Well, I looked around and we all agreed, and I had a drink and I ordered 3, and I staggered back to do it all again. Then we made an oath on a rum and coke with the best intention, I'm sure you know, that we would stop this living in excess. We're gonna have one more party, one more special occasion. Do it Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, holidays and weekends. We can have one more party. There's more hell we should be raising. One more party now, one more.
Alright, this video is going to be quick. It's just kind of a quick update of how the chicken coop's working out in the winter. Right now we're probably hitting our coldest snap of the year. It's minus 30 degrees Celsius, wind chills about between minus 40, minus 50, so it's cold out. But here's how things are working out. So with the chickens that I got, that I went and more or less rescued from the Hutterites, they're getting feathers back. Still not perfect. They're plumping up a bit. We're gonna eat them all. What I have found out, when it's cold, they don't lay eggs. We've lost a couple for inexplicable reasons, maybe shock or whatever the reason may be. But you know, we keep them fed. I'm doing the water. But here's what I've learned so far: dust and dander is a huge thing, and it builds up, especially since those are closed. It's open right now because I'm in here and it kind of stinks. Yeah, it doesn't really get a chance to really let all that go out, so it kind of collects on every little surface on the walls. We got a little bit of frost on the walls, or on the roof there. You know, yes, it is insulated, but since those shutters, everything's kind of swelled up, they close pretty good to kind of stop all the draft. It kind of helps a little extra ventilation, but a little bit cold air coming up. You can see it's a little frosty along the roof. Power and everything, it's actually worked really well. The one thing that it did not really take into account was moisture. You can really see on that wall, it gets moist in here. This door, not insulated, so it's all frosted up. But the reason why it's super frosted, one, because it's cold as hell, but two, lots of moisture. It's actually swollen so much that it barely closes, which kind of makes things super exciting trying to get in and out. I may have to actually change the whole damn door come springtime. So another thing that I found is just because a little bit of the breeze that comes in, you can see just because it's so moist, it touches the cold air. You look at it, like that wood is just soaked. But a little bit of moisture touches and then it freezes up. Down here, you can't really tell. That's all solid ice. I'm gonna have to try to chip that away with the axe. Go from there. Yeah, super excited. Next thing I'm gonna have to do is, as you can see, that's snow, frost, everything. Can't even tell that there's the carpet there. These guys were starting to use, well, some of them were actually starting to use it, so that's kind of too bad that it's all iced up. Their instincts are kind of not there. It looks like they're using the bottom rung of the roost. That's only clear because that's where I put the bucket, but they don't really get up top anymore, even the big guys not so much. Maybe just because of the breeze there. So, if you're gonna build your own, some things to take into consideration, especially come wintertime, is moisture's a huge thing. As well, my vents, so yeah, like I ended up, because when I first built it, I had a screen and everything, stop bugs. I cut the whole thing out, got rid of the screens, got rid of the screen there, and this is kind of new because it's so cold and the blowing snow. She doesn't vent out for shit no more. I can clear that away, but it's literally just gonna freeze up again. That one there is completely frozen up. So, you know, a live and learn thing. Heaters are working great, like I said. That light is working great. With the amount of birds, like I said, it's actually really comfortable in here. So as far as survivability, great. Keeping it warm enough where they can actually, you know, keep laying eggs. I don't know if that's just a thing when it gets super cold, but right now we ain't getting nothing. You can tell they're kind of huddling, looking for warmth. They always kind of do that. I think it's kind of a comfort thing too, because I'm in here, they're still really skittish. But yeah, so with the build that I have, if you're going to be building in like Arctic temperatures like what we kind of have, the heat's a great thing. The big issues that I'm finding is, the little bit of drafts around the nesting box for the door, and ventilation. Ventilation's huge, and it's kind of not there. So that's kind of just a quick update on how well the chicken coop's holding up. Other than that, the other quick side note. So I literally just take a broom and brush that clean. It literally closed right up with all this little shit going everywhere. It's also very challenging to clean because I can't open that. It's completely snowed in, drifts, frozen shut. Again, all the wood swelled up from the moisture. So what I end up doing when I do when it gets warm, I can't really shoo the chickens out so I can get a bunch of space in here. So I kind of just work around them, and I put all the shit over, all the old stuff over there, and lay some new stuff down. Kind of with that whole compost idea. I can't remember what it is, but whatever. It's creating a lot of heat. I don't think I'm gonna do it again next year. I think I'm just gonna make sure it's all completely clean. We got a lot of buildup, and there's nowhere to take it out. If I leave that door open to clean, chickens are gonna get out, and I really don't like chasing chickens. It's not my funnest activity. But that's an update on how this chicken coop build is actually fared during the wintertime. So keep this in mind if you're gonna build your own and you got winters like this. In the summertime, it's awesome. You leave those open, perfect ventilation. This stuff doesn't build up. Moisture's not an issue. It's great. Wintertime, we gotta keep things a little sealed up because it's holy crap cold. You know what? We got to come up with something. I'm thinking about maybe even a little bit of a ventilation fan or something. I got the electricity. I could set it up like a little bit of chimney. Easier to clean, better airflow. I think that might be something I look into. But that'll be for another video. Until then, this is Garage Beers living the great life in the great old winter on the acreage. Hopefully that if you're building, you looked at the first video about what I did to build a chicken coop, and you look at, if you're seeing this, then obviously this is going to give you a little bit of insight, especially if you're going to be dealing with some of the same situations as me. So with that being said, till next time.